Tune In Tuesday with Jennifer Clark. Thank you so much for watching Soulful Solutions, one card, one viewer at a time. This is a show where we're trying to put the soul back into solutions, trying to put the mystical and the magical back into the everyday with some very practical common sense solutions, using intuition, my own kind of Gen Zen, and many oracle card readings that will help you make better decisions. So I'm a professional spiritual teacher and evolution and energy expert. I help people manage energy, balance, align, understand the world around them in different contexts, but from an energetic space first, and then from a human space. So the world of spirit and the world of the mundane, if you will. So today is all about the month of September and the very powerful astrological energies that we're experiencing this particular month. So I said on previous shows that our September 2nd full moon was a very auspicious starting point for 2020. Even though we're now last quarter of the year, it actually is a reset point. So last Monday's full moon, or last Wednesday's full moon, was a reset point for everybody. Really looking back at the summer, really taking into account all the changes and transformations and the insights and the hard work and the heavy lifting that people did the last few months, beginning March, ending in July. So September is the big reset. And again, kids are back at school. People maybe are back in a workflow. There's traffic again in the city, which is not great, but good to see in some weird way. So what we want to do is really understand, how this affects us. So we've got this, September 2nd full moon starting off the month. Tomorrow we have what's called 0909 or the 99 energy portal. And it's a big energetic portal that sort of begins, let's say, a 13-day cycle of very powerful, positive energy. And it's all about people being able to step through the threshold, reclaim what was lost to them, reclaim their life purpose, start over. It is a big kind of ending and new beginning. So the 9-9 energy is an ending. 9-9 in numerology is a number of endings, but every time there's an ending, there's a new beginning. So in a sense, this month is endings and new beginnings all at once. And so tomorrow, big energy portal for those of you who are energy sensitive. I've had a migraine all day, irritable sleep patterns, feeling kind of off and wonky. These are kind of sometimes the symptoms of big energy surges on the planet. Then up next, we have on September 17th, what's called a super new moon. And super moons are so fun for energy sensitives, little people, pets, and first responders everywhere in the world know when there's a moon cycle happening. So the new moon is typically about the beginnings and endings as well. And it's going to really push us towards justice, fairness. It really calls out sort of the balancing act. It's the scales of justice that are sort of balancing out the world in a global sense. But on a personal level, it will also help you understand what is right, what is wrong, what is good, and what is bad for you. Even if it's done through sort of shock or some kind of sudden event to get your attention. Now, hopefully it's not going to happen that way, but the universe has its own magic. Sometimes there are glitches in the matrix. And then we end the month with our fall equinox, which is on the 21st. And the fall equinox is really about having those difficult conversations that are weighing down the heart, speaking the truth from the heart, getting off the shoulders, sort of guilt, duty, responsibility. Again, it's the remnants of the heavy energy of the eclipse season that we've experienced over the summer months. So whatever sort of burdening, whatever is still holding and weighing you down, it's really time to step up. It's time to open up. It's time to have those difficult conversations in a loving way, in an honest way, and it's time for some integrity and communication. So it's a really interesting month. And joining me on my show today is my colleague, Pamela Oliver, Intuitive, who is a personal friend of mine. And we talk about this stuff all the time, pretty much every day. We're on the phone chatting together. So I invited her onto the show so she can chat with us about what's happening on planet Earth, because there's so much interesting energy that is affecting all of us in different ways. Welcome to the show, Pam.
Thank you. Thank you.
You just need your camera on and I can hear your audio, so that's great.
Now, why can't I see my camera?
Yeah, don't know. Anyways, so Pam, the September energies, what does it mean to you? You and I have had long conversations about it. Big months for many people. September every year used to represent, back to school, cycles for a lot of people around the world. A lot of differences happening with the COVID situation. What September energies for you feel like?
So as you know, most of my work comes in from as a body intuitive. But when I'm looking at the body, what I'm getting is the information from the bodies that aren't showing up. So the physical body is the memo pad.
Right.
Is the memo pad. So whatever is showing up in the physical body is trying to communicate things to us in our third dimensional human brains. Mm-hmm. To say, hey, a little bit of unresonant, discordant energy here.
Yes.
And then we're so divinely being supported right now to kind of pay attention to those, surrender those physical things.
Oh, did we lose you? Are you there, Pam? Oh, we somehow lost Pam. Hey, Pam, are you there? Oh, we might have lost Pam for a bit. Are you there, Pam? Okay. We'll try it one more time, and then I'll try and I'll try and guess what Pam's doing. I'll try and be psychic. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna change her back to attendee and see if that helps on Zoom. Sorry, guys. Sometimes Zoom is a funny place to navigate. We'll see. And if not, we'll just kick in. Hey, Pam, are you there? Hi, Pam, are you there?
I am now.
Okay, anyways, we'll leave it as this. Okay, so I'm so sorry you got interrupted there. So the body's, you're saying some people's physical symptoms are...
symptoms this month. So when this whole COVID thing started, like basically, and as I sort of had mentioned on my page, what's going on energetically, we're being divinely supported to kind of get a chakra colonic, as it were. And so what's going on and where we're being supported and have been since the beginning of this whole shift, right? Mm-hmm. We were taken away from our ego selves,
right?
The luxuries that going to our regular jobs, all the things that we identify with in our human world. Mm-hmm. Being asked to come inside. A lot of that, what was showing up there as related to the root chakra is going to be safety, security, finance, all these things. A lot of that is where people were healing it in the adrenals. Okay. So because that's your body's first line of defense. So now we're into the second. Energetically, we've shifted now into the second chakra, the sacral. That's going to be the correspondence to creativity, self-worth, what it means to be myself in relation to others. So there's going to be relationship stuff coming up, creativity stuff coming up, whether it feels blocked, whether you're really suddenly been inspired to do all sorts of painting or singing, things like this. People are being attracted to. In the body where you're going to feel it is you're going to feel like maybe you need to take a big poop. The large intestine is corresponding. What it's energetically holding is the stuff that's gone through your physical system. It's gone through the small intestine. It's the last part of your digestive system before you release, before you have your poop, right? So for a lot of people, what we can't process energetically, what we can't process emotionally, the body's kind of like, oh, I kind of like to make sense of this, kind of not sure what this is, and it tends to hold on to it. Okay.
So I picked some cards for this month so we're talking about the month of September. So
Yeah.
I picked the Sacred Rebel card, Inner Trust, and Come to Life, which is actually a picture of a woman and her body. So what are some of the symptoms the average person might be experiencing right now?
Increase in or decrease in sexual interest. Libido would be one. Kidney, bladder, UTI would be another. Things related to, and for a lot of people, that energy can be held in other spots in the body, right? Mm-hmm. But for most people, they're either, if it's out of balance, it's coming back into balance. And that can be really uncomfortable. It can be really uncomfortable emotionally. It can be really uncomfortable physically. Right. Because of that inner trust coming back, that is your inner ear. You're going to feel all those things happening as we're bringing the masculine, the feminine back together within ourselves. Mm-hmm. That self-love coming in, that self-worth, seeing yourself, hearing yourself through your own vibrational resonance as opposed to your thinking way. Right. Your thinking way. The body knows, and because it is, again, number 9, month of release, she feels she moves. Exactly. You got to feel it to heal it. Yeah. It's what I'm saying. And a lot of people are trying to go into the healing with the left hemisphere thinking. Right. You can't heal this other energetic stuff, the emotional or energetic, with your brain from a left hemisphere, because that's all programmed. Somebody else taught you everything that's held there. Mm-hmm. You can't fix the problem from the same place it originated, right? Mm-hmm. So that your true self, your authentic self, all of your intuitive everything is in your right hemisphere. It's in your right hemisphere, not your left, which is where it comes to feminine energy. Just feel it. Don't try and think your way there. That's like trying to smell the bloody number 9. You're not going to get there from there, right? You're not going to get here. Yeah. You're not going to return home by going outside. Yeah. Just bring it back. Don't try and think. And that's a really challenging thing for us. Yeah. Because we seek understanding. Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is put the motion back in emotion. Just let it move. Just let it move. Don't judge it. No need to hold on to it. We don't need to know what we need or what we don't need until we know. So don't think it, know. Yeah, and they're different. It's really, to sum it up, to really dumb this down for the general public, it's to get out of your head and into your body. Getting out of your head, absolutely. Go into creative play. Anything that brings you joy. Anything that brings you joy and what brings you inspiration. For some people, meditation, sitting quietly in nature are really wonderful ways to calm, to come back to get into yourself, to get out of your brain. For others, it's dancing to samba. For others, it's, pulling lint out of your ear. It doesn't matter, because what brings me joy and connects me to me is not going to be, so there's no shoulds. There's no, oh, you should really be doing this. You should really be doing that. The food is really nice and important. Lots of hydration, nice and important. Spending time slowing down. So tomorrow's the big 0909 portal. So let's talk about that. That's really affecting surrender, let it go. It's affecting the divine masculine and divine feminine relationships. And when we use those terms in our world, we're not talking about sexual orientation. We're talking about the frequency that lives inside of energy. Yeah. Right. So your feminine energy, again, is corresponding to the left side of your body, and the masculine, your right. The masculine energy is left hemisphere, feminine energy, right hemisphere, and we're bringing those back into union.
Right. And as you do that within yourself, the external divine male and divine feminine also is affected in terms of relationships, friendships,
Bingo.
tribe,
Bingo.
family, that kind of thing.
Bingo.
So when
Yeah.
we get questions a lot about love and love, love, love. Of course, that's the number one psychic question in the world from ancient times.
Oh, yeah.
And funny, this romance card just flew out. This is for somebody out there. Yes, this is your soulmate. So
it's for all of us. It's for all of us, because it does. We've got to bring that union inside, the feminine, the masculine, for ultimate co-creation. And we did come in here to experience that, to experience bliss, joy. And we can't be that for other until we're that for ourselves.
Right. And so what if someone is self-punishing or has some imprints from, I just did that big healing birth trauma experience for that reason, actually, the very reason. But what say you, in fact, look at that. Release the dark wound, let love live. That's the card that's sitting up. So when people are self-punishing, they don't think they deserve it. They don't think, they can create it or they are worthy of it. What are some...
I love that. So you mean when people start peopling?
What does that mean?
When people are peopling, we all do it. Right. If we all felt truly worthy, if we all felt truly accepted and unconditionally loved, we'd be rock stars. We'd be soaring in abundance. We'd have perfect health. We'd have, the fiscal resources.
We'd be in the flow. Yeah,
exactly. And that's what it is. So for people who are in that kind of tension. So addictions is a huge one for the sacral, right? Ways of coping. So understand and bless whatever it is that came in from that space. Thank you for all of those addictions, for trying your darndest to protect me and keep me safe.
Right.
I bless them. Everything in there needs love. Right. Everything in there needs freedom from judgment. Everything in there, every single thing we do, be it people or any animal, we're energetic beings, and we only, how would I say it? We only behave in ways that are serving a purpose, okay? Right. And often related to survival. Yeah. And so when we're doing those things, very often what we do is we end up beating ourselves up for it. Oh, I just have to control it. Control is a very left hemisphere engagement. It's a very masculine energy. We're being invited to bring the feminine energy into any and all relationships and situations. Bring grace in. Be gentle. Simply breathe. Breathe is the first place to get out of that jet stream of it. Right. Bringing in the vibration of love, which, as we all know, is something you're going to feel in your chest space. And surrender, literally. I think people are genuinely feeling that divine presence. They may not understand it as such. Well,
all that you're talking about the next 13-day cycle, or now it's maybe 11-day cycle, where, this energy portal is opening up this really great opportunity to go from impossible to I am possible. So
which involves surrendering. Yeah, it does. It involves surrender. It involves release, because you can't hold this while you're holding that.
Right.
So what I'm saying is bring the attention away from the addiction. Bring the attention, send love to the addiction. Bring attention to what's bringing you joy. Play around with what might bring you joy. Generally, it's something you really enjoyed as a kid.
Right.
And if you can't get there, again, go to neutral.
So following the joy is the first remedy to get out of unworthiness, to get out of doing something, loving self-care, blessing the shadow or the parts that are feeling unloved or unwanted, unlovable, whatever it might be, all the above, and then moving into joyful things and going towards events, activities, or people that, you know, put sunshine into your life. So
yeah, and it's something you feel. Again, it's just something you're going to feel, right? Yeah. So you notice that also with all of these twin flames coming together and then blasting apart. And one of the most common things is they are so far away from what I usually would go for, right?
No, I don't understand what you're
saying. So different. They're so different from my usual type.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right? And our self, then that's the same thing, the union within. My true self is very often very different than my ego self.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's just finding the balance. And the balance isn't a force thing. It's a very gentle thing. And honestly, the best way to get there from here is breathe and simply feel the vibration.
Yeah, and many people have had the Tower card moment, as you know.
Yeah, like the ending. Yeah.
You call it the blast. I'm looking for the Tower card in my tarot deck here. I can't find it. Anyway, many twin soulmate relationships, again, because 0909 portal tomorrow, which people are feeling already, is about relationships, as is much of September's energy. The blast does happen. So one or both, or probably both parties, can heal something still unresolved. So can you speak to that? Because the blast in of itself is not a bad thing. The coming together.
It's a brilliant thing. It's a gift. It's a gift. Because no person, no situation is coming to you to teach them something about them.
Right.
Everything is brought to us to teach us something about us. And that's where it takes breathing. Where is that hitting me on my body, right? When my partner or when this person outside of me says this, where did I feel it on my body?
Right.
That's where I always go first, because there's a first cue there as to where it's hitting you. And very often that's going to hit us right in the sacral.
Yeah.
And we kind of hold our breath, fear. Because it's scary and will deflect. But
so how do you coach people who want to run? They want to run away. There's a lot of runners around these days.
All right, everyone's lacing up their shoes. Yeah, the lash and dash, right? Lash and dash. I'm gonna just like react and then I'm gonna run.
What would be your advice to the runners?
Well, to the runners, God, bring water, because there's no distance that's going to satisfy it. Wherever you go, you are. Wherever you go, you are. Yeah. And if I'm running, so it's tricky, right? Because it's one of those things where it's like, ooh, ick, that felt terrible. I think I'd like to set up and spend some time there for a little while. It defies everything we're trained to do, right? We're trained to go away from unpleasant. We're trained to put it back outside because it doesn't feel like anything. It hurts much less. What my advice to runners, there's nothing to run away from, because it's a grand adventure when you can see it as that. Like, step away from the situation, look at it just as an energetic dynamic, make a game out of it, if that helps. You said this and then I felt this and wow, that was gross. I just about threw up when you said that. What's that about? That's been my biggest help. And I am a distance runner. I spent my whole life as a runner, a sprinter.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, and figuratively. And it wasn't until I sat down with myself, and I didn't want to do that. God, I didn't want to do that. There was a reason why I was running for myself for, 40 years. And then when I actually sat down and unpacked it, I was like, oh, wow, you're pretty delightful. And then you find other people who are mirroring that back, right? Because that's the nature of that's the nature of energy. If I'm sending that vibration, you're sending that vibration, now I've got resonance.
Right.
So it kind of comes down to, if not now, when? We're being divinely supported not to run right now. And to really remember, and it takes some gentleness to really remember it. You have to speak softly to yourself. This isn't about them. It's never about them. It's about me. So how somebody else is behaving, what they're saying, that's theirs. That's them. Okay. How I feel when I hear it, how I feel when I'm experiencing it, that's all in me.
Right.
That's all in me. And generally speaking, has nothing to do with that person there, but has to do with something that was programmed into me through words. Through words, through trauma that happened before I was even 7. All of this stuff goes back. Don't be distracted by what's right in front of you right now. Just bring it home. In the outside world,
nor do you say, goodbye to something that's trying to help you, right? Or something that feels good, that is good, that is part of the healed outcome, as my teacher Pete Bernard would say, is you don't say no to those either. You might not need to take to yourself, but you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater either.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Which is unfortunately what some people are doing these days. And that's just their coping mechanism.
Yes. Well, and we have the real difficulty, with the coexistence of juxtaposed experiences. Like, you can be like really in love and really terrified at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? I can be so the two, we're very uncomfortable with the light and the dark coming in together. And sometimes it can feel weird. It can feel weird, and we can say weird things, and then we own that and we move on. Like, I mean, it matters not. We get very caught up in stopping things, right? And then we'll have these blow ups with someone, or we'll have these experiences, and then we'll move on, right? Because that's how quickly it can shift. You just keep moving, move forward. Don't keep looking back. Don't keep going back to old situations. Move on, move on, move on. Be present, be present, be present. And it will all be okay.
Yeah. It always is okay, because on both sides of whatever right, wrong, good, or bad is, there's only okay. It's
exactly
what you want. That's a little different. And I'm just cautioning the people who've had the blow up, the tower moment, who are then lacing up the running shoes and taking off. You got to loop back. You got to come back, because you probably left something you wanted. In the scary runaway, I can't handle this experience.
Well, and I really think that it's almost impossible. I honestly do. I may be proven wrong, but I think when all of those unions did happen and did meet, and then took the time separation, which they needed to, as separate energetic beings, they needed to have the connection, experience that, because that is a divine connection, and you feel that in the heart space. You feel it in your soul. Your soul knows, and then your brain comes in and it's like, oh my God, don't do that. Don't go there. Remember what happened last time you felt that good? Holy smokes. So, and that's the blessed experience. And this is what I mean, is that there's so much work to be done for each of us. But then again, I can do that work from my end. So if I am, the greatest gift we all bring is the power of our own vibration.
Right.
If I am feeling love, that's the vibration I'm sending out.
Yeah.
So runners may not always be feeling the vibration of love as strongly as they're feeling the vibration of fear. And bless them, bless them, bless them for feeling that fear and having the self-preservation to run away, right?
Yeah.
Really bless that, because what that is that someone saying to you, you've really ignited something in me. You really sparked something in me. It scared the shit out of me.
Shoot out of me.
And then when they're away from it, they're like, oh, but it felt good though. Like there's a remembering going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody is outside of that. And so
we've got a question from Lizzie. How do we find love in these times of social distancing? Well, I think it's actually the best time to find love. That's my take on it. But
and that's the take-home message is it's got to start within. Right, you're not going to find it out there if you can't find it here.
Yeah. Inside, outside.
Exactly.
Live from the inside out, right? So
exactly.
Listen, as healers, everyone's going to tell you, work on yourself, love yourself, do joyful things, be love, love what you do what you love, be in activities and engaged with life and living, and then you attract that person, whether it's on social media platforms, dating apps, grocery stores. People are still meeting people the same way they used to, even they're just wearing masks now. So people are still going out to restaurants. Okay, the clubs and the bars on the festivals sadly aren't happening, which were, big social interactions. But, there's a ton of people I know that have found love, serious commitments. It doesn't matter about the outside. So the very high level laws say it doesn't matter about the outer world. The outer world is an illusion anyway. So it's all about the inner world. So you work on yourself. You take the mindset, you feel the feelings of love, joy, gratitude, as Pam's been telling us, in our bodies, and be that more than not, then you're going to attract, again, in a park, at the grocery store, sort of very commonplace, answering your doorbell, helping out a friend.
Yeah.
So it comes in the most glorious ways without looking for it. And if you're looking for love, then you're out of love because you're not in love with yourself.
Bingo.
Right? Yeah. So there's
the other thing is that whole idea of going out and looking outward for it is so masculine, right? Do, busy, action, as opposed to receive, because it is simply the laws of physics.
Yeah.
If you are the vibration of love, be the love you want to receive. Yeah. Do it that way. And literally do it as a feeling, not as a thinking.
Right.
Because
we've got to close down.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I love you. You know that you and I can talk forever.
I love you.
Where can people find you? Pamela Oliver Intuitive on Facebook, correct?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, and I'm doing some Sacral specials right now.
Okay, what's that?
So, I'm not really.
You call it Sacral. I say Sacral. So just in case people don't know what she's saying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called Sacral Chakra, but you can call it whatever you want. So
I like Sacral. It's like sacred. Yeah. No, anyone who wants to reach out, definitely reach out on Facebook.
Give a little plug, Pam, about what you're offering. What is the offer?
So what I would do with the Sacral is I would look at the energies that's in there, whether that's ancestral or specific to this lifetime. Identify it. Also, the energy work that goes with that is something that I would do with and then walk people through. Yeah.
Awesome.
How do I say it? I would help to facilitate whatever's going on there.
Right. A healing, basically.
It is a healing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Pam, you and I will be, I'll talk to you in a couple minutes, but thank you so much for being on the show today. We'll definitely have you back on and hopefully we can resolve your video thing. What's really funny is Pam and I did a test before the show starts and she was fine. So the universe is having its way with us today. So that's okay. It's all good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Love to you. We're now going to say goodbye to Pam for the moment. and we are going to go the readings. So I believe I had Catherine. So Catherine can't talk because she doesn't have a mic. So we'll just keep her name, her name up there. She and I were chatting before, and she wants to know about career changes, if any. And let's see. Oh, power. So lightning. So the lightning card comes up in the sacred destiny cards. So there's something electric about to happen. Again, I'm not kidding you. Tomorrow's 0909 portal, guys, and the September 17th new moon is going to be super powerful for the whole planet. I'm actually hosting my regular meditation night, which happens to be on the new moon, which is amazing, the super moon, on Thursday, September 17th, Catherine. So if you're interested, I'm going to be online hosting a powerful energetic activation. Again, this does represent, though, some kind of powerful movement, attention, energy coming your way around career. I'm just going to try and get some clarifiers on that, though. I have a feeling it's within the same field. It gets relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. So what this means is it represents be at cause and effect. So at cause, not the effect. So kind of like what Pam and I were saying is go within, look to see what you want. Again, if this is a career question specifically, we're going to target what are your values at work? What are some of the goals you need to create at work? I need to feel safe. I need to feel heard, understood, promoted, recognized, valued, appreciated, that kind of thing. I'm also seeing some kind of speaking opportunities. And the second card you got, the third card you got was a view from above. So the view from above is someone looking out like in a hot air balloon, get the big picture. So to me, it's asking out from higher ups, direct reports, collaborators inside colleagues or contacts. The power card, while I feel there are changes coming, I feel it's internal changes. I don't think they're external. So I don't think you're leaving your job or leaving the company. I think it's internal. And this is the message to, let's say, go talk to some people, start networking within different departments, having coffee with people, even asking your direct report for an employee development plan, letting them know, what you want or desire out of your job in the future. Having your boss know what you want is a very good thing. The Knight of Earth comes up again. Knights are movement. Knights sometimes are messengers. Horses are travel, movement. It says time to buckle down, get things done, honor your commitments. To me, it's more of a movement card. So to me, it matches up with the power card of the other deck. And so something will shift. I do think, though, you have to talk to a higher up about job placements, secondments, other opportunities within the organization. And I would say that's happening by spring of 2020. We need to get past the COVID situation just a little bit. All right, Catherine, so I hope that helped you in some way. Again, Catherine's mic was not working, so it is what it is. So up next, we have Deborah. Hi, Deborah, welcome to the show. Hi, Deborah. Can you hear me, Deborah? Hi, Deborah. Let's try to get her another way on the show. I'm gonna be sneaky. I want to try and get her. So guys, we need your mics on and your camera on if possible. It is a TV show, so it is helpful. Let's just see if I can get you. So Deborah, can you put your video on or your audio at least? Oh, I see some red. Hey, Deborah, you there? Yeah, so I can't see anything, Deborah. Deborah, can you check your audio for me, please? I'll just do a general card reading for you, Deborah. I can't, on your end, your mic is disabled. So guys who are on Zoom watching the show, please be ready to have your mic enabled while we chat. So you get the Solitude card. Again, September is a really good month. As I said, September 909 portal, something is ending. The new moon on the 17th, something wants to, an ending and a new beginning is coming. And then we have the, September equinox, which is about having conversations and unburdening the heart, that kind of thing. So again, not knowing your question, solitude, it's a picture of a lake and a moon cycle. So I would pay attention to the next full moon, which feels like it's in October because we just had our full moon in September 2nd, bringing it into form. So again, something is walking the walk, moving through emotions, taking action. By the moon cycle, something will take action. Something will develop by the next full moon. So research that on the internet. It's definitely in early October, I would say, not knowing off the top of my head. Everything is smooth sailing. So it's a great outcome card for you, Deborah. Again, not knowing what your question was for you today. It's actually Santa Claus, Mrs. Santa Claus flying over the Russian North Pole. So that could be a timing card as well. It's a successful outcome card, positive card, yes card. Also represents a period of time. So that could be December 2020. So pay attention to things taking shape and coming into form by the winter. All right, Deborah, thanks for joining the show. And next time, dearest, let's check if you, maybe next time we can get you on camera. And say, let's see who's next on my list. We'll go with Monica. Welcome to the show, Monica.
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
Not too bad. Nice to see you.
Yes, you too. Well, I don't see you, but nice to see you.
I know
anyway.
you can't. I don't know how I can put that on.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the question? Don't worry. Yeah, we'll just move along.
Well, it's pretty broad. It's about how will the rest of the year go? I know that's
that is very broad. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So work-wise.
Like in what area of your life, though?
Work, career,
Okay.
calling.
Yeah. So the fall release is coming up. So there's something that the feeling of, again, tomorrow's 0909 energy, the September 17th new moon energy. It's a fall card release. To me, it's an equinox card, though. It's research the energy of the fall equinox, which is coming up on September 21st. Something needs to go. Again, fall leaves falling down. I don't see it as a work, like, I don't see it as a firing or anything like that, or a letting go. I think it's more of a mindset. It's more of a, perhaps let's ask yourself, what is your biggest fear about work, and let that go. Because when you're at, 8 hours a day, ruminating, in your head, putting the gears on a negative thought pattern, all you're doing is creating more negative, right? Instead of saying, I'm respected, I'm appreciated, no matter where I am, that's the better mantra to counter the fear one. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What would be is there a fear-based thought that comes in around work related? Is it driven by economics purely, or?
A bit of both, actually.
Yeah, so it's wisdom after the storm. So this is the great owl. Again, you've got another moon cycle card here. It's a full moon, which would be in October, which does coincide with the beautiful picture you got in the other deck. And it's wisdom after the storm. The owl medicine sees beyond the veil, sees the secrets beyond. My sense is once you get past something, the secrets will be revealed. Like information will come to you, wisdom, mindset. So if it's strictly your own like fear about economics and workflow and, you know, a COVID workplace, my sense is release the fear, replace it with a positive thought. I'm safe, I am safe, I am safe. You know, I'm valued and appreciated no matter where I am. Because that will then create whatever is supposed to come. It says reflect and redirect your energy. So again, it feels like perhaps a mindset shift. It's a beautiful squirrel. It's still a fall energy though. So something very significant is happening this fall for you, because all three cards were fall related. And this is a squirrel with nuts and mushrooms. It's very pretty. Gathering your nuts. Again, you could interpret all three cards as a release card from work. Something bad will happen, but I don't want to see it as bad, because nothing is good, bad, right, or wrong. It is just is. When I tune in closer to it, I actually don't feel position. I feel precept, principle, mindset. So I don't feel it's in the outer world that we're talking about.
I feel
it's in the inner world.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I do, completely.
I am safe, I am loved, I'm appreciated, I'm respected. That's the mantra to work with in your workday, instead of, you know, remunerate. I can't even say that word, but you know what I mean? Like thinking.
Yeah, I do.
Monkey mind on the negative.
Yeah. Gotcha. Thank you.
And let's go for one. We'll try and go. The World card, Archangel Michael in the Angel Tarot deck. The world is spinning. It's almost like the Wheel of Fortune card. Things are in movement, motion. The job well done. The path towards enlightenment. So again, job well done is the first sentence given the career questions we've had. So to me, it's a symbol of, you know, it's a successful outcome card.
Yay.
So no matter what happens, you're going to be safe and it's going to be good.
Thank you.
That's really all I have to focus on.
Thank you, Jennifer.
All right. Again, remember, ask what else is possible and how can it get any better than this?
Okay, will do. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for joining the show. And we'll just sign you off here. Who's next? I'm going to grab Kelly. Hey, Kelly, welcome to the show. Oh, I don't know why I can't grab Kelly. For some reason, I'm not able to grab Kelly. So weird. Let's try that again. I know, Kelly, you're there. Yeah, it just won't let me. Let me try to do it this way. Yeah, no, sorry, Cal. For some reason, my system is not letting you click in. So I'm just gonna do a card reading for Kelly. All right, Kelly, so not knowing what you're asking about. Purification. Oh, another fall message on sunflower. Something's about blooming and blossoming. I would definitely research flower medicine, the sunflower. It's one of the most potent flowers you could have in a garden. The next card for Kelly was spirals of manifestation. So things are coming into fruition. Something that you want is manifesting. Again, this does indicate a fall timeline. All things are possible. Again, this could be a romance card, Kelly, if you're single. Again, there's a road, the person is looking out. It looks like a knight on a journey. Again, it's another fall card. Interesting. Not all these cards, funny enough, are fall themed. These ones happen to be that I'm picking today. So things are possible. All things are possible during this fall season. Again, we are in the spirals of manifestation for the month of September. Absolutely, Kelly, you know this well. Remember your access bars questions. How can it get any better than this? And what else is possible? The Emperor card comes up. That's why I think it could be a romance card. The two, you know, the Knight here and the Emperor card comes up in the tarot. It's about logic, structure, order. It could be also about mindset, about love. It could be like, let's open your mindset to what else is possible. But it also literally could be the Emperor is coming, your king is coming, which I hope it actually is. And just because this feels like a romance, reading, I'm going to pick a romance card for you to get a clarifier if this is, I would read this as a romance card. Oh yeah, soulmate card comes up. Second time this card's come up today. So soulmate's coming, Cal. Let me know. Keep me posted. We'll go on a double date, babe. All right. So what we're going to do now, guys, is the group readings, because the show is, I'm getting the cues from control here. So pick number 1, pick number 2, or pick number 3. All right. So 1, 2, or 3. So group ones, for the ones, spirits, what is the message for the group ones? Remember that the dates are 0909. Tomorrow is the energy portal of the big beginnings and new endings and new beginnings. The 17th, the new moon, and the 21st is the fall equinox. So inner peace is coming for those of you in the 1 category, which is great. It's a great opportunity, September, a month to manifest, think positively, reach out, go back to the beginning, be around people that bring you joy, do joyful things. I am hosting my meditation night on Thursday, September 17th, online via Zoom. It's only $20, a great way to bump things up. Second card you're getting is defend to the end, worthwhile. So something is worthwhile holding on to. So again, inner peace, holding on to something, keep something. This is a keep card. This is hold on to something. This is a have faith card. Again, keeping it general, it's a stability card. It means something you have will not be lost. Or and then stepping into your power. You are beyond, you are strong beyond measure. Again, it feels like some of you are in elements, perhaps in the wind, feeling the rain of challenge. But again, this is a stay strong card, knowing that you're able and capable to succeed. So a very positive overall reading for the number ones. So number twos, where are you at? Number twos, again, let's see what the twos got. We might have to speed this up. And we're here every Tuesday from 1 to 2, guys. For those of you who want to join the show again, the Enlightenment card comes up. Again, some kind of secrets will be revealed from the darkness. It's about a manifestation. It's about, this is actually a boat in the ocean looking at the stars. It's about sailing your own ship. It's about awakening after a storm. So it's an encouraging card for the number twos. Going beyond normal. Again, for the twos is the pay attention to your intuition, some dreams, ideas coming down from spirit that will download, especially during the month of September. We are in a very auspicious, month. Again, we get the same card we had earlier, view from above, get the big picture. Because you have the third eye card and a view from above, pay attention to your dreams, journaling, intuition, psychic impressions and messages. That's definitely on tap for the twos. Last but not least, we have the threes. And if I can get to the countdown from my Rogers peeps, that would be great. 4.5 minutes, thank you. So last but not least, number threes, how's September gonna go and flow for you? Oh, embracing. So the crane is balance. The crane is about good luck, good fortune. Again, it's a very fall card with fireflies. It's a beautiful, serene state of balance. I would definitely research crane medicine for number threes. That would definitely be another message for the threes. And sorry, conscious connections. Oh, the threes are hooking up. Love it. Get naked, people. Yeah, this is a relationship. Definitely, again, it could be soul sister, soul brother. Also could be romance, though. So for those of the threes who are single, it's a romance card. For those of you who want connections, friendships, that kind of thing, it means reach out. Don't be afraid to go into unknown territory. You're exactly where you need to be. Again, going back to our caller Lizzie's question about how do you find love in COVID times? Well, again, once you are vibrating with love, once you are doing things that you love to do, being happy, being positive, living your life with joy, grace, and love, that's when the friends will show up to join you on the journey, no matter how dark or bleak it looks. So these two cards have a chickadee and an owl. I would invite the number 3s to research chickadee medicine and owl medicine as further messages. I had someone, Sylvie wanted a quick reading. Let's see if I can sneak one in for Sylvie. So she's getting the Queen of Air. So Sylvie, this is for you. Objective decision-making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation. So you have to have a perception shift, Sylvie. Declutter, clean up your house, your yard, pay your taxes, do all the kinds of things. Again, absolutely before the September 21st fall equinox. I mean, I believe the CRA tax season was extended to September 15th for everybody. Definitely complete that. We want to move into the 2020. Again, I know we're at the end of the year, but very much September is acting like a new year reset, as if the year is starting in September, which is very much kind of like how we used to do it when we were in school. So yeah, let's pay attention to how we're feeling, what's triggering us, healing the inner, being love inside out, doing things we love, getting the help we need, embracing people that are there to help us and support us. Stop running away because you're only bringing your problems with you. Yeah, you can take time for yourself and slow things down, but embracing love in all forms in your life, knowing that you deserve it, knowing that you don't need to be alone, walking the journey. And that, yes, you can have boundaries, you can have teachers, helpers, friends, lovers, all kinds with you, even during COVID time. So it's got nothing to do with physical distancing or social distancing or COVID rules. Life is happening while COVID is happening, as is during wars and famines and all kinds of things. People were still living life in different parts of the world. Happens all the time. So we just have to adapt and overcome, change our mindset. And again, I'm going to use this call, Diving for the Light, which is the last sort of reading for all of us for the month of September. Again, for those of you who are interested, I am back online Thursday, September 17th for an online healing experience for the new moon. So my name is Jennifer Clark. Thank you so much for watching Gen Zen. We're here every Tuesday from 1 to 2 on Rogers Television. Thanks for watching. Remember, when it's dark outside, keep the light on.